The other members of the crew, Kane, Lambert, Parker, Brett, Ash, and Captain Dallas are dead. Cargo and ship destroyed. I should reach the frontier in about 6 weeks. With a little luck, the network will pick me up. This is Ripley, last survivor of the Nostromo. Signing off.
Alien, the 1979 sci-fi horror film, directed by Ridley Scott. A crew on the Nostromo starship. The crew later investigates an unfamiliar shuttle deep within the mist of space. Inside it lay a realm of eggs, unsuspecting of it being an alien life form. A facehugger attaches himself to one of the crew members. As his suffocated body is brought back on board, the rest of them are put in peril. Incredible effects and terror bursts at the seams. The facehugger latches itself onto Kane, played by John Hurt, only to form life inside of his body. The crew's Captain Ash, played by Ian Holm, is the film's main antagonist. Whose plan was to find the xenomorph alien all along, and he himself isn't human. Ellen Ripley is the only last survivor, played by Sigourney Weaver, who manages to hold it together, trying to keep the others calm during their terrified frustration. The makeup effects from the alien costume and the design, the outcome of the chest burster, is not even the tip of the scale when it comes to the effort and the incredible outcome. The set design is flawless, making the time period it's set in, of 2122, all too realistic. And with the cast's reactions, making them out to be just as surprised as we are. What's so frightening about this movie? Of course, the aliens and the way it's handled, but it's mostly the atmospheric horror element of it. Being stuck in the middle of nowhere, with nowhere to go and nowhere to run to. The development of the alien itself, and how it forms in all different stages, growing at an incredible rate. And it's even more terrifying that they didn't go the basic route for the alien look. You think green with big eyes, small bodies, but here you get the opposite. With it being shown throughout shadow, it's hard to make out exactly what shape it is and what it looks like, which makes it all that more disturbing. And the thought of the blood being made of acid, giving you very little ways to fight back. The overall feel and the tone is very well handled. The lighting with blues, making it feel cold and uncomfortable, but all the more entertaining, and this trap journey in space. It's horrifying to think that something like this could exist, and why would anyone not believe it? I mean, there's areas of space that hasn't been discovered, and why would we be the only ones on Earth? Only ones in space, really. And it begs the question, like, what else is out there, and what are they waiting for, if anything? Or what if we do come in contact with something like this? And for example, if something brings an alien life form to Earth from space, or, whatever, much like a virus, what if someone brings something deadly back? It's one of Ridley Scott's best films, easily, which he's done incredible work, like Gladiator and Legend, but this is really terrifying and incredibly put together story. And especially for its time in 1979, it doesn't feel that old, honestly. It holds up extremely well, and it's still terrifying.